putting in perspective by you. I'll request you to kindly stay on with me on the broadcast as we discuss the further course of the developments that are taking place minute by minute in Manipur. While we move ahead, after the mob targeted the residence of Chief Minister N. Biren Singh and 6 other MLAs in Manipur, Indian Army and the Assam Rifles have conducted the flag marches in East Imphal. Over the kind of incidents and the targeted attacks that have happened, security has now been heightened across Imphal at several places. All right, to join me for more details, in fact, is my colleague Nibir Dekar. Nibir, as we talk about the security, which continues to be the area of concern in Manipur in the present scenario, it has been heightened after the targeted attacks in Imphal and at the residence of Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has taken place. What exactly has been additionally done by the forces and how is the situation being monitored as far as the security protocols is concerned?
If you see the Manipur conflict, it is divided into two aspects. One is the law and order situation and one is the genuine demands of the public. As far as the law and order situation is concerned, following the Jiribam incident where we saw violence escalated into a highest order, there was deployment of the CAPF personnel, and other security forces in the last 2-3 days. So the central government saw it coming in a way, and as such there was deployment of more and more companies of the central security forces in Manipur and in various parts of the state. So this escalation was along expected lines to an extent, and as such yesterday we also saw the deployment of the security personnel, not just Manipur police or the Manipur police commandos, but the Assam Rifles, the other security forces as well, being deployed in all the vulnerable areas of the state. Now that has helped in de-escalating some of the tensions, but the bigger issue here is that when angry mobs throng the streets, it is also difficult because these are civilian, and we saw how yesterday 8 individuals have been injured. So, although there has been no deaths being reported based on yesterday's protest, but these injuries will only further increase if these people come out on the streets, and the tear gas and other measures that the security forces are using will lead to more injuries, or if not worse, deaths. So that is a bigger challenge for the security forces because Manipur is a very complex geography, and the current situation that we are seeing is happening in those pockets which are very vulnerable because the proximity of the Kuki and the Meitei population. For example, in a place like Bishnupur, or for example in these kind of pockets like Kortruk, are very susceptible to escalation and violence. So the security forces now have two challenges. One is to control the law and order situation in the Imphal Valley, in the towns, because there are protests happening based on the recent instances of the clashes in Jiribam, and secondly the out and out clashes happening in the peripheral areas between the hills and the valleys. So these areas are very different as compared to doing law and order situation in the Imphal town. So these challenges are there, but the security forces have been heavily deployed, and along with Manipur police they are trying to de-escalate a situation that has gone out of hands. Back to you.
All right, Nibir. Thank you for adding these details. In fact, now what we're tracking is that the protesting Meitei groups have issued a 24-hour ultimatum to the center and the state government to immediately